All right, we are live on YouTube and also simulcasting live on Facebook. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. Glad you could all join me here on this wonderful, amazing Friday evening. It is Friday, May 14th, 2021. Before we get started, let me first check out and see if the YouTube notification has gone out, and it absolutely has. That was very quick, YouTube. Thank you. And let me also check out the back end of YouTube and make sure that things are rolling smoothly. And they absolutely are. And again, tonight we are also simulcasting live on Facebook. So let me make sure that Facebook is running perfectly. Just a second, please. Forgive me. Please pardon the interruption. Okay? Here we go. Here we go. Is running perfectly. Please pardon the interruption. Just a second, please. Forgive me. Please pardon the interruption. Yes, I'm watching myself while I'm live. That's great. I love watching myself, and you should love watching yourself too. All right, folks, let's get right to it. Oh, but wait. I forgot my sponsor. Can't forget the person that helps pay my bills. That's none other than the late. Did I say late? He's not gone. That's none other than the great, not late, the great Troy Brewer. He is the CEO, founder, and owner of the Discover Community Network. I've known Troy for over 10 years, and he's been in business for over 15 years. If you have any questions or you need help with your branding and marketing and product and service needs, please feel free to go to the description about a third of the way down and check out the two links there. One is to the main site, discovercommunitynetwork.com, and then the DCN Internet Radio Network is one of the subsidiaries, one of the many subsidiaries. The DCN has a little bit of this and a little bit of that for everyone. So check out the main site and you can branch off from there, or you can find out how to connect with Troy for a free consultation on the main website, discovercommunitynetwork.com. Or if you feel more comfortable, just email me at Coach Eli at coacheli@eliasmelas.com. You can find that email below the description. And I can arrange a three-way phone call with Troy, yourself, and myself if that makes you feel more comfortable. Troy, once again, thank you so much for your support, your sponsorship, and your patronage. All right. I'm not going to allow derogatory sock accounts coming in here. So listen to me. If you folks are going to come into this chat and you want to troll a little bit, and you use derogatory names, hateful and abusive stuff, I'm going to just ban you, okay? So none of this childish BS, all right? You want to hang out, hang out. That's petty, childish games, or those are petty, childish games. Instead of J-ROM, you call them the G word, the colorful word, right? Come on, grow up. I'm not here to play games. I'm just here to state the facts. I'm here to share with you folks what's going on. These people are just they're so pathetic. They're so desperate for entertainment because they have nothing else going on in their lives. Jesus Christ. Well, thanks for the thumbs up. You got banned, G-ROM. I'm just going to call you G-ROM. Oh, boy. Folks, before I get to it here further, I just want to feast your eyes on the donation fund I created tonight. If you look over here, you see up here it says ROM Failure Industries LLC Fund. One more time, ROM Failure Industries LLC Fund. We're going to explain more why ROM Industries are a failure. And I'm sure Rom's going to watch this at some point. I think he's preoccupied on some drama stream right now, just running his mouth. But Rom, after you hear what I say here tonight, Rom, your pathetic attempt to leverage my name and my branding is going to be squashed. Because I have been planning to head into a new direction for quite some time. And I've been thinking about this for many, many months now. I'm going to share that story later on in the show. But just to give you folks enough time to rally up the troops and send them on over here, I'll let you know that, hey, I understand what you're trying to do, Rob. I wasn't going to talk about this, but I am, because I'm going to make you look like a fool, more of a fool than you already look like. There we go. You're going to look more of a fool, Rom, than you already do. That's a better way to put it. It's funny how people will talk a big game, right? Then they say, well, Eli doesn't understand business. He doesn't know how business works. Well, tonight, Rom, I want to share with you how knowledgeable I am in business and business law. I'm not an attorney, but I know the laws because I've been in business as an entrepreneur for, gosh, how long now? Over 14 years. So I'll share with you, Rob. And here's the thing, Rob. Whatever you are trying to accomplish, I know exactly what you're trying to accomplish. It's going to be the biggest, most epic failure out here on YouTube ever. And it starts tonight. And my change has a part to do with it, but I'm not making this change because of you. I had planned to make this change, this rebranding, for quite some time, Rom. But now is the right time to do it. It's the right time to do it. And so you're thinking, Rom, that by you doing what you did, you're thinking that you're going to eat off my plate and destroy my business. In essence, Rom, you just helped me skyrocket my business. Just stick around and you'll find out, Rom, how much of an epic failure you continue to be. Anyway, now the topic of tonight's stream is the future of YouTube. And I'm rebranding. The game is changing forever. One more time, the future of YouTube. And I'm rebranding. The game is changing forever. Now, folks, give me 1 second here. I want to just check on something real quick. I'm going to mute. So give me just a second. All right. It's all good. Got 30 in the box, making it rain, 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 rain. We're making it rain over here on the Grip on Life channel for now. Let me ask you folks in the chat that have known you for a while, what happens when you mess with the bull? You tell me, what happens when you mess with the bull? Tell me. I want every single one of you to tell me in the chat what happens when you mess with the bull. Rob? Epic failure. Epic failure. I hate to agree with one of my worst enemies out there, but sir, you're right about Rob. He is an epic failure. Desperately trying to make something out of himself, seeking relevancy out here on YouTube by not only trying to eat off of your plate, sir, but my plate as well. You get the horns! This is hilarious, man. I need to gather my thoughts here. I need to gather my thoughts here because I'm cracking up. I'm cracking up. Well, let me get to the chat here, and then we're going to talk about the future of YouTube first, and then I'm going to take a quick break, and then I'm going to come back and talk about my rebrand. When I talk about my rebrand, I'm also going to talk about you, Rom. Rom, you really want my attention that badly, don't you, Rom? Well, you're going to get it a little bit tonight, Rom, but that's it. Tonight's the last time you get my attention, Rom. I have to talk about you, Rom, because I'm going to prove to you and everyone else that thinks you got one on me? Well, it's actually the other way around. And I'm going to explain in great detail because I know you're a little slow, Rom. See, Rom, I know you're a little slow. I can tell by the way you write. So I'm going to speak very slowly and clearly with concise words, concise verbiage, so I make sure that you understand my vocabulary, Rom. Okay? How about somebody go over to Jamie's channel on Liking Legion and tell them that I'm live and I'm talking about Rom? Go ahead. I don't care. Two can play at that game. It's all good. They're all going to come here anyway because James is boring. They want to come here and hear someone with passion and perseverance and someone who's interesting and very entertaining, but also not only is entertaining, but is entertaining while throwing down those truth bombs! You tell me, folks, what do we do over here? We entertain people while throwing down truth bombs! Another thing. What else do we talk about over here? You mess with the bull, you will get the horns. We entertain people while throwing down truth bombs. And one more thing, karma. Tell me, what do we talk about karma here? How do we talk about karma here? What about karma do we talk about here? Put it in the chat. Karma what? Karma what? Karma what? Karma what? You tell me. You tell me. Empress Janet's here, channel member at the $24.99 level. Janet, I'm very grateful for you, Janet. That's just amazing. Thank you so much again for your channel membership sponsorship. And she's a moderator here as well. And it was a great pleasure to be on your panel for a while earlier with Mutt Nuts World. Hopefully she'll pop on in here tonight. We got 35 in the box. More and more people are finding out that we're getting down to business here, and we're a lot more entertaining than Mr. Liken Theory over there on the hashtag Liken Legion channel. Yeah. Everyone come over here. Go over to Liken Legion and tell them that I'm live and we're talking about the guy on his panel, Rom. Let's pull his entire audience over here. Let's force him to simulcast me, right? You mess with the bull, you will get the horns. And trust me, there are more horns coming. You folks have no idea what I've been working on behind the scenes. This is the bull here, folks. I am the bull. And my horns are the toughest horns on the planet. They're indestructible. Thank you for having me on your panel once again, Janet. I appreciate that. Empress Janet. Karma has no deadline. That's right. That's right. Karma has no deadline. And when you mess with the bull, you get the horns, right? BWYA Gaming. Hello, Eli. Hello, BWYA Gaming. It was a great pleasure to talk with you by phone privately earlier today, and I look forward to doing some streams with you on D Live, more than likely starting this Wednesday, like we talked about. Let's get the word out. It's going to be awesome. I look forward to that. And thank you. You're a channel member as well. I appreciate you. On two different channels, you're a channel member, BWYA Gaming. Thank you. Not necessary, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. Don't leave me hanging on the telephone. Great sock to mock me. That's great. But you can stay, sir. I hope you don't mind that I'm here on the sock, sir. Well, I told you before I went live, be good and you can stay. And then I said, and then you said, thank you, sir. And I said, even though you are making fun of me with your channel name, sir, LOL. And BWYA Gaming was laughing at it too. She got the drift, right? BWYA Gaming. Louis Fuller says, good evening, Eli. Good evening, Louis. How you doing, bro? Welcome to the show. How's your sister doing, bro? She doing all right? Let's touch base early next week and do another call between you, your sister, and myself. If you want to bring on Mr. Wondering Haggis as well, that would be great. No problem. No problem at all. None. Boo-doo-boo-boo. Boo-doo-boo-doo-boo. Excuse me. Excuse me 1 second. Excuse me. All right, I had to just tune in to liking for a second, whatever. I can tell he's trying to pretend to not be triggered, but he knows I'm live and he knows his audience is coming over here. 36 in the box. I think we have more in the box than James does now. Boy, karma really has no deadline, huh? Are you trying to not mention me, James? You trying to not get triggered because you know they want to come over here and hear what I have to say instead of your boring, pathetic show with no topic? 38 in the box, James. All right. Lewis Fuller just gave you a like. Empress Janet, hello at BWIA Gaming. Empress Janet, BWIA Gaming says, at Empress Janet, pretty lady, how are you? Queen Ellen Case in the house. Hello, Queen. The Queen is here. You're good. Thank you, Queen. How's your day going, Queen? I got to catch up on your content. Queen, you've been putting out a lot of content lately. I'm proud of you, Queen. I'm proud of you. I'm very proud. Queen Ellen Case says, hello, gaming. BWI Gaming says, hello, Queen. Mike Perkins, hello, Coach and all. Anxious to hear about the new rebrand and how you will proceed moving forward. Well, you're going to hear quite a bit about it during the second half of the show, 8:10. I was listening to The Other Side for a little bit earlier, and, you know, he basically wants you to admit that you're 8:10, and you're doing a great job of not admitting it, bro, because it triggers him. See, Perkins, 8:10, Jay Higgs, whoever you are, I know who you are, bro. The bottom line is they know it's you. We know it's you, right? But you not admitting it is triggering James, and it's beautiful. It's triggering James over on the hashtag Liking Legion channel, right? Empress Janet says, likes up. Rick Michael smirks. Welcome, Rick. How you doing, bro? Empress Janet, clapping to the host. Thank you, Janet. Let's see here. Josiah Blanco, I don't know why his message was deleted. Did he delete it or did a mod delete it? I can't tell. Mutt, that's Crazy World's in the house. Hey, Mutt. It was a great pleasure to be on the same panel with you earlier tonight on Janet's panel. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see. God, lots of crazy stuff. Tornado Town. Hey, Janet. Welcome, Tornado Town. Josiah Blanco, you're not blocked. It's all good. Rip says 36 in the box. Meanwhile, my friend Neurotic has 4.2K in the box. That's great, dude. That's good. That's good. One day I'll get there. I'm not concerned about the amount of the box. I'm just having fun with it. But thank you for being here, Riff. That's awesome. Empress Janet says, he. Let's see. Anthony Springs. No one wants to watch that loser drink his sorrows away. Well, that's a good point. I bet I have more in the box than he does. Let's check it out. Let's see. Let me see here one more time. Hold on a second, folks. Got 38, 39 in the box, and he has 33. All right. So we're going toe-to-toe with Mr. Legion. Mr. Legion would need to simulcast me to take his audience back, right? Is he going to attempt that on his brand new monetized channel? Is he going to risk that? Oh, that's great. Let's see. I can run circles around that channel, says Queen. Absolutely, you can. Queen, Empress Janet, hello, wonderful people. Queen says, run. It wasn't me. No, I was probably Nightbot with one of the block words. Queen Helen Casey says it wasn't me. I just said that. BWIA Gaming, not me. Gaming says maybe Nightbot. Who knows? It probably was. Empress Janet, it was me at a grip on life. He was cloned earlier, so watching, but he confirmed it was him. No problem. It's all good. Thank you, Janet, for watching out. Rick Magos, and yet you keep mentioning it, and I will continue. Okay, that's cool, Riff. Not a big deal, bro. It's all good. Don't leave me hanging on the telephone says, everyone knows this is the best stream going on tonight. You're probably right. Thank you for that, bro. I appreciate it, humbly speaking. Anthony Springs, Legion of Losers. All right, folks, we're at 20 minutes. Again, to remind you, folks, tonight's donation fund is titled the ROM Failure Industries LLC Fund. One more time, ROM Failure Industries LLC Fund. And we'll get more into that during the second part of the show after my first break. And that'll be the point where I share about the rebranding. And yeah, folks, this is going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. So let's talk about the future of YouTube. Okay. Now, over the past several days, I have seen YouTube make some new changes right underneath our nose or behind our backs. I found out about these changes because that other channel that's losing its audience to me because he's boring as hell got monetized and was able to stream while having an active copyright strike on his channel put on that channel by me. It used to be when you take down a channel for copyright and that video was a live stream and now it's a live stream replay. Whenever you take down a live stream or live stream replay for copyright, YouTube would disable your live streaming privileges for 90 days or until the copyright issue is resolved, which the only way that you can resolve a copyright issue, well, there's a couple of ways. You can ask the person that put the copyright on the channel, which is me, to retract the strike, which I wasn't going to do that. Or he could file a counter notification, which he did and got it approved. But once he files that counter notification, I have 10 business days, a total of 14 overall days, to sue him in a copyright court, or the video gets reinstated, the copyright gets taken off, and then streaming privileges are turned back on. Well, YouTube changed their rules to only disable live streaming for 7 days on copyright issues involving live streams or live stream replays. And that's why he was able to stream. And additionally, it used to be a rule where if you have any active community guideline strikes or copyright strikes on your channel, they will not monetize it. He got approved for monetization. And he went under review for monetization on that channel with an active copyright strike on it for me, and he still got approved for monetization. What that's telling me, like I mentioned the past few streams, I'm kind of recapping here a little bit tonight. What that's telling me is that YouTube is laxing their rules. Why? Like I mentioned on my stream yesterday, the sponsors are okay with it. The sponsors now are saying, okay, we now want to put our ads on the content that we didn't want our ads 4 years ago, because we're now seeing that it's more profitable for us to do it that way. There's no way that YouTube would have made these drastic changes if it wasn't for their sponsors wanting them to do it, right? Why did YouTube change the system in the first place 4 years ago to demonetize videos and to make it harder to get into the YouTube partner program? They were trying to show good faith to their sponsors, right? But now their sponsors are seeing, hey, there's a lot of money and drama. YouTube is the new Hollywood. Instead of, watching shows like we used to watch on the mainstream media, such as Jerry Springer or Maury Povich, you are the father. You are not the father, right? Instead of watching that, that's happening on YouTube right now in real time. Real reality TV on YouTube, right? And the sponsors are like, these people have lots of money. They donate through super chats and then they watch the ads, right? So the sponsors are going where the people are at, right? And where the money's at, right? Drama. Wow, right? So why am I recapping this and what's new about this that I want to talk about tonight? What does this mean for creators? Especially creators like me that were happy that YouTube initially was taking a stronger stance on creator harassment, cyberbullying and harassment, hateful and inappropriate language, or hateful and vulgar language, right? Excuse me a second. Sorry, those allergies are kicking in. So what happened to all those rules, right? Well, those rules are still there, but they're going to lax up on them. I've been noticing them laxing off of those rules. Again, why? Because that's what the sponsors want. The sponsors are seeing what YouTube is evolving into, and it is extremely profitable for the sponsors and for YouTube to do things this way. So what does that mean for folks like myself that are not going to have YouTube really supporting us as much on cyberbullying and harassment, hateful and abusive content, and all that, right? Does that mean that YouTube's not going to look at that at all? No, they're going to still look at it, but they're going to be a lot more lax. They're going to let things slide as much as possible. They're not going to hit the hammer as hard on cyberbullying and harassment, hate speech, vulgar language, racial slurs, and all that. I see people using racial slurs all the time now, and they get a green icon, and they're fully monetized. And I'm like, what's going on here? What's going on here? That's what the sponsors want. That's what the advertisers want, right? So for people like myself and other real creators that are not drama creators, what does that mean for us? We have to watch our backs more. We have to get stronger. We have to understand what's going on, what's going to happen, and how to handle it and ignore it and move on to continue creating our own content. We can still have our space out here as non-dramasphere type of content creators. But because YouTube is now laxing up, at least from what I've seen recently, on this type of hateful content, okay, people that are not hateful people are going to get more so attacked by hateful people to try to kick you down and bring you down to their level, maybe use you for content like they did to me for many years, right? So how do you move past that? You have to become strong like myself, and you have to ignore things. You can't let these people get to you. And they're going to continue to get to you. They're going to continue to try to kick you down into their drama land. And if you have a purpose, a passion, a dream, a desire to create something real out here, you have to ignore that and move on and continue moving forward, because you will find your audience. The right audience will find you. Excuse me 1 second, folks. So, by the way, I have actually emailed every single company out on YouTube or out on Google that sells live view botting, and they're in progress of blocking my channel from being botted and everything like that. So I'm just making you folks aware that are wasting your money trying to bot me. It's going to end up stopping by next week. You're going to be blocked from doing it. So it's all good. Just wanted to make you aware of that. Let's see. Let me get to the chat here real quick. Mike Perkins says, Coach, I was cracking up the other day. You said you are 47 years old and you wore Jay out. Low energy Jay. You can go all night. Bet like a champion. That's true, bro. That's absolutely true. Well, thank you for that. Riff says, if L Legion actually ignored this side of things, I would find much amusement in that. So would I. I would too, Riff. BWI Gaming says that Riff, that won't happen. Nope, it won't. Anthony Springs, it's no wonder they hang out with each other. They're both snakes, Jamie and Rom, and everyone knows birds of a feather flock together. Right. Wait till the second part of the show. And Rom's going to want to watch the replay. He's over there on the Lightning Legion channel with like 32 in the box right now. Now, I've got about 40 something here right now. The way I can tell, even though something else is happening, is the amount of views I have already. In 30 minutes, I have 142 views on this stream. So it doesn't matter. I know roughly how many people are here right now. There's about 40 to 45 people here right now. It's all good. Not a big deal. You can check out the views on the replay because it filters out all traffic that's not real traffic. Riff says, at BWI Gaming, someone somewhere needs to stop being the drama. BITCH. This whole dramatic is like a drama wanking battery or binary star system. Okay. Big 13. Hello, Eli. Hey, Big 13. BWI Gaming, LOL at Riff Magos. Empress Janet likes up. Queen Helen Case says, I literally watched Steve Wilkos. Yeah, I like Steve Wilkos. He's cool. BWIA Gaming says, Jerry Springer. Lewis Fuller, I have noticed that I have some ads on some of my videos, but I am not monetized yet. Lewis, I talked about that many times. You must not have heard. YouTube, at the beginning of the year, made a statement saying that channels that are not monetized may be receiving ads on them, but you don't get paid for them. It's part of your agreement with YouTube to be able to stream and upload videos on here for free. So YouTube is putting ads on all channels now. That first of all, you have to be advertiser friendly, whether you're monetized or not. But YouTube said they have the right to put advertisements on channels that aren't monetized. So. And you have no control over that. When you're in the YouTube Partner Program, you can turn off ads. You have control. But when you're not in the YouTube Partner Program, they can put ads on anything. It's part of their new terms of service, bro. You must have missed that. I talked about it quite a bit at the beginning of the year when they made that change. It was a big deal. I'm surprised you missed it, Lewis. Queen Helen Case says, hello, Lewis. BWIA Gaming. No, I don't. No, don't throw the chair, LOL. BWIA Gaming. That's funny. The Jerry Springer show. They used to throw a lot of chairs there. Those Jerry Springer shows full of hair pulling and cat scratching fights. LOL. That was all staged. You guys know all of that is amped up for the show, right? Queen Helen Case says, gaming Jerry Springer is all reruns now. That's true. I think he retired. Anthony Springs says, it's an evil world, Coach. It sure is. BWIA Gaming. Queen, yes, it used to be the thing to watch due to the drama, though. That's exactly right. It's all drama. Drama sells. I don't know why people like drama so much. I don't. I hate drama. It's pathetic. So, folks, here's the thing. YouTube's going back to the Wild Wild West days because that's what these sponsors want, right? Again, if you want to survive on this platform as a non-dramasphere creator, you still can. But you have to know that you're going to be more so on your own when it comes to cyberbullying, harassment, hate speech, vulgar language. People are now going to come at you harder because they know YouTube is laxing up a little bit. Now, YouTube hasn't gone public on this, but based on what I've seen over the last few days, that's what's going on. They're not going to go public on it. But that's what's happening, right? So you have to prepare yourself. You have to understand that people are going to come at you more so now, and they're going to do even more crazy things to you online and possibly even offline. You have to learn how to handle it and not let it derail you and not let it, run you off the platform. If anybody now or in the future is going through something, is being attacked out here, and you feel like leaving the platform, I want you to come and talk with me. I want you to email me at Coach Eli at coacheli@eliasmelas.com, and I will help you in this case free of charge. If anyone's trying to run you off this platform so you're not a YouTuber anymore, I want you to email me. I will help you for free behind the scenes. If you need the help. If you can understand that all you have to do is ignore it, no matter what they do, whether they dox you, whether they make memes of you, whether they show up outside your place, sure, call the cops, right? But they're just trying to trigger you and get a reaction out of you so they can create more drama content. If you can ignore it, you're going to be just fine. If you're having a hard time ignoring it and they're about to run you off the platform and you're about to leave, please contact me before you do that. Don't shut down your channel before talking with me. I want to help you work through it. I want you to give me the chance to help you work through it. All right, folks. So I'm going to step away and take a quick early break here. Then I'm going to come back for another 30 minutes. We're going to talk about my rebranding. I'm rebranding, definitely rebranding, and I'm going to share with you folks what Mr. Ram has done, which is the most pathetic thing I've ever seen any YouTuber do to try to eat off someone else's plate and gain traction. It's absolutely pathetic. I've been laughing about it. I've known about it for days now, right? But I've been waiting for the right time to talk about this, and I've been planning a rebrand for many months. It doesn't necessarily have to do with this, but the timing now makes sense, right? I was going to do this over the next month or two, but I'm going to do it sooner now because the timing is beautiful. And I'll share more about that when I get back from the break. So let me cue up some royalty-free YouTube music. Give me a second here. All right, music is all queued up, folks. I'm going to step away for a 10-minute or less break, and when we return, we're going to talk about my future rebrand, when it's going to happen, and we're going to talk about Ram. If you don't know who Ram is, he's another YouTube content creator that wants to be me. We'll leave it at that for right now. Nothing happening over on Facebook. One person over there. Feel free to chat, and I'll check out Facebook when I get back from the break. So stick around. We'll be right back. We're going to get back to business, Eli. Yes. Welcome back to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, live here on YouTube and also simulcasting live on Facebook. Glad you could all join me here tonight. So it's interesting to me. It's very interesting to me. I tuned in to the Like and Legion stream a second ago. And it's funny to me. They can't stop talking about me. And J-Rom is on Jamie's panel talking about some kind of copyright. I don't know if he was talking about my A Grip on Life channel name or whatever, but he's in for a world of a surprise if he thinks that he can do something. It's nothing but fraud, folks. And I will tell you something. If he attempts to do something, I have no doubt in my mind with my good, clean record on YouTube that I will send in information to them and they will shut down his channels for fraud and spam and deceptive practices and fraudulent copyright claims and stuff like that. These people will not stop at anything. And that's just a sad thing. They're so desperate for relevancy. They're so desperate to make something happen that they just don't get it. They just don't get it. So let's get to the second part of the show, and let's explain to J-Rom that what he's done is not going to get him anywhere. Because I know the laws. I know business etiquette. I know about corporations, LLCs, and business licenses and all of that stuff. And see, J-Rom, if you think that that a business name is copyrighted, you're wrong about that. You can actually trademark a business name. But let me tell you something, J-Rom. There's no way in hell the USPTO, which is the United States Patent and Trademark Office, is going to approve a registered trademark for A Grip on Life. Now, this is the part I'm going to talk about my rebranding here, which has nothing to do with J-Rom, but the timing is happening because of this. I was going to do this within the next month or two, but I'm going to do it sooner because now is the time, and I'm going to explain to you why. Okay? So here's the thing that you're not realizing, J-Rom. What you did was you went and I believe you got a business license and I believe you created your own LLC, limited liability company. You can do that for any business name you think of, right? You're in the state of Ohio, right? So you created A Grip on Life LLC copying me because you want to eat off my plate. That's how pathetic you are. And so at the very most, all you have is a business license and a limited liability. You created a limited liability company, which is real simple to do online. And you're now calling yourself A Grip on Life LLC. What you don't understand, Rom, is you do not have a registered trademark on A Grip on Life, and you do not have a copyright on it, because it's impossible to copyright the phrase A Grip on Life or register trademark it, okay? So there's nothing you can do to file through YouTube or anywhere else to take me down for copyright if that's what you're thinking about doing. And if that's what you tried to do, they're going to ask you, what is your registered trademark number, sir? What is your copyright? There's no copyright issue here. It's pathetic. Hey, Bell, how are you doing? YouTube is going to shut his channel down for a fraudulent copyright claim. Now, I haven't heard, I heard parts of the stream, and he said he filed some copyright or something. I didn't hear what he said before, but I'm assuming this is what he's trying to do. Okay? So, and what you don't realize, Rob, if you look at the laws, I could actually create A Grip on Life LLC in California because I'm in a different state. Unless you have a registered trademark on that name, it's not exclusive to you. And here's what you'd have to do to get that trademark, Rob, to get a trademark, because I've gone through the trademark process on my GNA. My business is called Genuine Networking Association, or GNA for short. Coach Eli is a subsidiary of the GNA. My business name is not actually called A Grip on Life. My channel name is called A Grip on Life. And that's going to be changing. And we're going to share more about that here in just a second. Hey, Rex. Hey, Belle. How you doing? Okay. So, the trademark process is a pretty extensive process, J-Rom. And you first have to have something that's able to be trademarked, which the a grip on life phrase is a common phrase. It cannot be trademarked, okay? But let's say they were going to trademark it for you, for example, purposes. It would take you at least 6 to 8 months before you have a registered trademark. Now, you can actually get a trademark pending and be somewhat covered after a month or two. But there's no way in hell you even have a trademark pending because it takes time to go through the system. It's also a $300 filing fee, okay? And you also have to show proof that you've been in business, doing business as a Grip on Life LLC for a certain amount of time. You have to have a website. You have to have other brochures. You have to have logos and all that. And you, sir, have nothing. He's trying to steal the coach's clout. Yeah, that's what he's trying to do. And if he did file a copyright on my channel name, YouTube's going to laugh at him. YouTube's going to shut him down for a fraudulent copyright claim. And if he's just saying that because he wants me to talk about it, that's okay, Rob. I'm making you look like a fool right now because, Rob, here's the thing, Rob. Again, you do not have a registered trademark on the grip on life phrase. It's a common phrase. There are other channels here on the platform that have the grip on life channel name. It's a common name. You can't copyright it. You can't register trademark it. And like I said, even if you could, the process doesn't happen overnight, Rob. You got a business license and you created an LLC, right? That does not protect you in the ways that you think you are protected, Rob. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. Could I take legal action against him for this? I could. And I'm going to leave that option open. I will tell you this. If he tries to file a fraudulent copyright claim, YouTube will make me aware of it. And if he does do that, then I will be seeing him in court. Because that's fraud. Actually, I will press criminal charges on him for that. Because that's a criminal charge. It's a criminal offense. Defrauding the copyright system, system is run by the federal government. That's a federal offense. He has no idea the fire he's playing with. But that's okay, Rob, because here's the thing. I had planned to make changes anyways. I'm just going to make them sooner. Because at the end of the day, Rob, this is what you're trying to do. You're trying to clout chase me, and you're trying to leverage my search engine optimization that my channel's built up, the credibility of this channel that's searchable through YouTube and Google. You're trying to eat off my plate and that searchability, and I'm going to take that away from you very soon, Rob. So I'm not going to tell you how I'm going to do it, Rob. Here's the thing, Rob. You can have a grip on life. It's all yours. That was never my business name anyway, like I said. My business name is Genuine Networking Association, doing business as Coach Eli, uncompromising business and personal relationship coaching. As a matter of fact, if you go to my website, that's what it says, Coach Eli, uncompromising business and personal relationship coaching. That's my name, right? My name is my own intellectual property, right? The GNA is mine. I own that. So here's the thing. Your pathetic attempt to try to steal clout from me and to try to get me shut down for using that name is going to be an epic failure. And by the time, let me tell you something, as much as I can't stand JB Gunner, he's been talking smack about me. I'm just ignoring you, JB. I don't care. JB, here's more of a story for you. Why don't you talk about Rom and his pathetic attempt to eat off my plate? You kind of did that already, JB, but there's going to be more of a story to talk about tomorrow when people hear about what Rom tried to do, right? Epic failure. Epic failure. So yeah. So what Ram is thinking is, okay, I'm going to start. He started a channel called A Grip on Life LLC, right? He's going to start uploading it. I bet you people are going to buy in subs, get into 1,000, get into watch time artificially, and they're going to get him monetized, right? You can go ahead and do that. And I'll tell you, it's not going to help you. You're not going to get any searchability. You want to know why, Ram? Because you don't know how the YouTube search relevancy and Google search relevancy works. I have literally like 700-800 videos on this channel. 300 of them are on private, 5 something are on public, right? I own the search phrase A Grip on Life. And even when I change my channel name, I'm still going to own the searchability of A Grip on Life. When people search A Grip on Life, even once I change my channel name to my newly rebranded name, I'm still going to own that searchability. Why? Because I have a ton of videos, a lot more watch time than you. I'm a monetized channel, and I've been around for 2.5 years, and you don't seem to understand that. And you're not triggering me, Ram. I'm just making you look like a fool right now. Brian obviously paid for it. As J-Bum is paying. Of course Brian paid for it. Of course. Of course. Give me a second here, folks. Give me 1 second. So Jamie has 30 in the box. I'm assuming about 45 or 50. I can tell because I have 253 views after 58 minutes. So I even though my live stream numbers are not accurate right now because of other reasons, people know what's going on. I have about 45 to 50 in the box right now based on how many views I have. The views that show as playbacks while you're on a live stream in the back end of YouTube Studio automatically filter out the views that aren't real. So that doesn't matter. It absolutely doesn't matter at all. So here's what's going to happen, Ram. What happens when I change my channel name? I'm rebranding to something different. I'm not going to tell you folks what it is. I'm going to surprise you folks. I'm not going to tell you folks what my rebranding name is going to be on this stream. All I'm going to tell you is this. Sometime very, very soon, I'm not going to even tell you when, I'm going to be rebranding this channel and A Grip on Life 2 Uncensored Live Streams. I know it's him, BWYA. It is him. It doesn't matter. Who cares? Let him waste his money. I don't care. It's not affecting me one bit at all. But here's what's going to happen. When I change that name, Ram, you're not going to have anything to leverage. Because when people search for A Grip on Life, what's going to pop up, right next to your A Grip on Life channel? It's going to be my channel, which has way more subs and more credibility and more search relevancy than yours, right? And people are going to see that I'm a completely different channel name than A Grip on Life, and they're going to check me out. So in essence, Ram, it's getting flipped on you, bro. In essence, what you're doing is actually more so helping me than hurting me. And it's not helping you at all. Because again, I own the search term A Grip on Life, even when I change my channel name. You want to know why? Because I have that in many of my titles. I have that in many of my tags, and my channel is monetized. It's been around for 2.5 years, and people have been searching for that and clicking on my videos. What do you think the YouTube and Google search engine system is going to direct people to when they put in that search term? You're trying to steal that search term by creating a brand new channel you just started a couple days ago because you're using the same name or similar name? Bell, I know about Zia's son. You don't have to mention that. We already know that. That's old news. That's years old. So what were you trying to get out of this, Rom? Were you trying to scare me? Were you trying to say, okay, I own this now so I can sue Eli or I can file copyright on Eli? You can't do any of that, Rom. And if you try to do that, YouTube will notify me. You're breaking the law, Rom. You are seriously breaking the law, Rom. And if I really, really wanted to come after you criminally, I could. You haven't technically broken it yet, but if you do take action under false pretenses, Rom, you are breaking the law. If you think that Rom is breaking the law or intends to break the law, or if he tries to file something, he'll be breaking the law, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. This is pathetic. Brian's getting off on this. It's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious, you know? That's absolutely hilarious. So 1 in the chat. I mean, how dumb can one guy be? How dumb can one guy be? Does he not think I know what's going on? Dude, I've got like 14 years of experience in being self-employed. I've gone through the process of the trademark registration office, the USPTO, the United States Patent and Trademark Office. I understand copyright more than anyone out here on YouTube. I understand business, networking, and branding and all that better than anyone. Maybe with the exception of my sponsor, Troy. What were you thinking, dude? What are you trying to accomplish, dude? And as a man, if you're a real man, Rom, would you not want to build something on your own with your bare hands that you can call your own and be proud of deep within? Or would you rather try to steal something from somebody else, Rom? How pathetic is that, dude? How pathetic are you, bro? Seriously, how pathetic are you? Wow, man. Like, these people continue to try to take out my business, and they try to get me shut down each and every day. Why? Because they're jealous of me? They want to be me? What have I done to any of you? Nothing. You think I'm that dumb? You think I'm going to get triggered over this? No. I'm going to call you out and make you all look like a fool. Make you look like a fool, man. We're almost at 300 views. We've got about 50 plus people in the box right now. I know that for a fact. Give me a second. I would love to see Rom try to defraud the federal copyright system. The moment he does that is the moment I'm pressing charges on him. If you think I should press charges on Rom, if he does try to file a fraudulent copyright claim on the Grip on Light channel name with papers that he created an LLC in his state and registered a business in his state, that doesn't give you trademark rights or copyright rights. This dude has no clue what he's talking about, right? But if he does somehow try to pull something like that, and it actually does harm me while I figure it out, while I fix it, what do you folks think? You think I should press charges and sue him? You can talk about me all you want, Rom, on your stream. Talk about it all you want. I've got you by the balls, man. You're breaking the law, or intending to break the law. You haven't actually broken the law yet. You have the right to create that business name and start an LLC in your state. And I can create the same business name and LLC in my state. Look it up online. You can do it, right? The only time you have exclusive rights to a name is if you register trademark it. And there's no way the USPTO, United States Patent and Trademark Office, would approve it, Rom. So where's your leg to stand on? What are you trying to get out of this? The bottom line is, dude, you want to leverage my searchability. You want to leverage my name. You want to basically try to steal all of the traffic that I have from the hard work I've created for years on this platform. You want to eat off my plate. It's absolutely pathetic, dude. This is worse than anything else anyone has done. Even to the people that have stalked me in person, spit on my father's grave and all that, this is actually the most illegal thing in progress that they've done. Now they're trying to defraud the federal government. If you folks think this is the absolute worst thing that they've done yet, the thing that J-Rom is doing, put a 1 in the chat. If not, put a 2. This is the absolute worst. And regardless of what happens, it will be handled wrong. You will be handled. Now, Riff, a channel name is searchable. Once people start to, Riff, here's the thing. A channel name is searchable and so are your videos. When you type in A Grip on Life, what comes up? You get my channel. And then other A Grip on Life channels and content comes below that. But I pretty much own that search term because I've created the most content with that search term, Riff. 2, but it's close. Are you talking about the grave spinning is close to it? Is that what you're saying, Anthony Springs? I've been on for 1 hour and 9 minutes, and I have over 300 views already. 1 hour and 9 minutes. It's a lot of views for just over an hour. There are probably 50 or 60 people here right now, despite the numbers shown on the screen, which is fake. Because other people just can't get enough of trying to shut down my business. For what? For being legit? So here's the thing, Rom. If I was you, I would move on to bigger and better things. Because if you try to pull one thing with the copyright department at YouTube, or if you try to pull one legal thing against me, I will come after you for fraud. I've been around for 2.5 years. The channel name A Grip on Life is not a name that can be trademarked or can be copyrighted. It's a common phrase. There are many other channels that have it. They don't have as many subs as me. And they're just, kind of like, little channels that put up content every now and then. They're not even real YouTubers. How far do you want to take this, Rob? And how far do you want to take this, Brian? How much further do you want to go? It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. So, folks, I'm going to start to wrap this up, get your questions in. I'm going to share this. Very soon, I'm not going to give you an exact date, but very soon I will be transitioning to a different name, a rebrand. Something that I should have always called this channel. I've thought about it long and hard, no pun intended. I have to say no pun intended because you people take everything way out of context. It's pathetic. It's ridiculous, right? When I started this channel 2.5 years ago, I changed things up. I changed things up because of this stigma that this same Dramasphere group scrutinized me over, and I changed things up to stray away from certain titles and certain names and stuff like that, right? The Grip on Life channel name was never going to be the permanent name of this channel. It was a good name for this channel. It's actually what I do. I do help people get a better grip on their life. But that's not the right branding for me. I mean, it's good branding, but it's not branding for a lifetime. And I know it's not making a lot of sense to you folks right now, but it will once the change happens. I don't know when the change will be ready. It may be within a few days, it may be a week, it may be a couple of weeks. But I want you to keep it locked here because the moment that I make the changes, I will go live later on that day or the next day, and I will share with you folks the new branding. I'm going to prepare you folks for this because there's going to be a lot of confusion once it happens, but it will make sense and people will get used to it, and nothing else on this channel, my main monetized channel, is going to change. Just the branding. Still doing the same stuff. Still going to do my coaching topics and all that, right? Before I go off the air, and please get your final questions in the chat. There are 2 people watching on Facebook right now. Thank you for being here. Nobody chatting. Before I go off the air, I just want to say this. Okay? This whole thing saddens me. I'll tell you why it saddens me. Because in my head and my heart, I would never try so hard and use all my resources to try to kick one man down that's just trying to create some greatness to help people. I would never do that to anybody else. You know why? I would never want it done to me. So I have to ask you something, J-Rom. If you say you're this great guy with a big heart and soul and you're an awesome guy, why would you feel the need to do this to me? Now, again, it's not affecting me. It's actually going to help me more. And it's going to actually hurt you. And you're going to see how it's going to hurt you, right? Because again, when everything changes, you're not going to be getting the traction, or you're not going to be able to eat off my plate like you thought you were. That's the main reason why you did it. You did it for 2 reasons. Number 1, you want to try to shut me down, which you can't. Number 2, you did it because you want to leverage traction I've already built. You wanted to eat off my plate. And guess what? Both things you're trying to accomplish are a complete epic failure. And that's why I wanted to address this here tonight, along with stating that, hey, I am going to rebrand. I will tell you this, Rom. This is no joke. Laugh about it all you want. Talk all the smack you want about me on any of your streams. If you try to pull something illegal to shut me down illegally, if you defraud the copyright system, if you defraud the trademark system, if you defraud anything to try to take me down, I will press charges on you that same day in your Section 8 apartment, J-Mo. I'm not kidding you. And I can just call the police and file a report on that. Because that's a crime, dude. I will report that. But see, Rob, you already have a criminal history, so it wouldn't be anything new to you, right? So you're not fearing the law, right? So be careful with what you do, Ron. Because the moment that you break the law to try to take me down illegally when I've done nothing wrong is the moment where you lose everything and you're going to have your third bankruptcy, and it's going to be because of me. That's great, Riff. You have a grip on guitars. Cool. Good for you. Good for you. He can try to fraudulently take you down too. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. I may as well rebrand one of my channels to a guitar channel, Man on a Silver Mountain. You should. Might as well, bro. Might as well. We have 323 views in an hour and 18 minutes. We have about 60 in the box right now. That's what I'm telling. That's what I figure by how quickly my playbacks, my views are going up. It's a lot of views for an hour and 18 minutes. Give me a second here, folks. Hello. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, James has 22 in the box, and we have about 60 here. I was right. I have to figure out how many people are actually here because somebody's playing with my numbers. And I see my playbacks going up. And I can gauge it also by how many Lycan Legion has in his chat, 22. We've got about 60 here. And I'm not counting. I'm just trying to prove a point. These people just can't create anything on their own. And all they're trying to do is destroy my name and my business. And they've been trying to do that for years and nothing's worked. And it's still not going to work. So why not just give up? Why not give up before all you guys get taken down? You're taking yourselves down, right? You know, messing with the copyright system, Rom, if that's what you're trying to do, or the trademark system, that's a crime, dude. You want to risk going to jail or being fined for defrauding the copyright system or the trademark system, bro? Dude, that won't only get your channel shut down, that will also get you in jail and fined. Unbelievable, man. Dude, take the grip on life name and do whatever you want to do with it. But you mess with my channel and you try to pull something shady that's not going to even work, then I'm coming after you and pressing charges, wrong. And I'm not kidding you. This is ridiculous, folks. One more question to you, folks. If you think this is the most ridiculous thing that Rom has done thus far, put a 1 in the chat. And leave me a comment real quick and let me know, what do you think about this? Why do you think Rom is doing this? Put it in the chat. I think that's what he wants is prison, says Queen Helen Casey. Hello, Coach Eli. Sorry, I am late. I'm beginning to think that you're actually wrong in the chat. Give me a second. Okay, Rom is still on this panel. If you folks think that billionaire J-Rom BBW is actually J-Rom on the sock, put a 1 in the chat. If you think that that is J-Rom, sorry I'm late. Why? Because you're on Jamie's panel. I'm going to let the chat decide your fate, billionaire, because you're about to get hammered again. Oh, Brian is definitely behind it. Absolutely he is. So I'm just waiting for the chat. The moment I get 1-1, that's your fate, billionaire J-Rom, BBW, or whatever you are. Just waiting to hear from the chat. Go ahead, ban billionaire J-Rom, BBW, whatever. Go for it, Queen. You can have the honors. Bell says too. Get rid of that billionaire account, Queen. That's Rom on the sock. Thank you. Prison would be a smorgasbord of man meat for him. Oh, yeah. The moment Rom does one thing to illegally prevent me from doing business is the moment I press charges. Rom, stop getting paid by Brian to do this and go on. Move on with your life. Take the name of grip on life. Do what you want to do with it. I'm not going to use it anymore. Not because of you, because I had planned to rebrand anyway. And I don't care what anyone thinks, because when you see my new rebrand, you're going to know I wasn't full of it. Because when you see my new rebrand, you're going to see what I'm talking about. And who knows? Maybe I'll come back sometime this weekend. Maybe I'll have it done by the weekend. But for now, I'm going to get on out of here. I want to thank you all for being here. I guess nobody felt it was worthy of donating to the ROM Failure Industries LLC fund. Not a big deal. Let's just turn it off. It's not a big deal anyway. You're not going to make money every time, even with a great funding name. But that's cool. That is cool. All right, folks. So with that being said, I may be back tomorrow. Well, wait a minute. Rom is Brian's dancing clown. Yeah. No, I know. All right. Yeah, I may be back tomorrow. I'm not quite sure what's going on. I may work on this over the weekend. Maybe it'll be done by the weekend, by the end of the weekend or early next week. But the moment that I have the change made, later on that day, I will go live and I'll share with you folks. Thank you, Bella and Brian, for saying great stream. Bye, Eli and everyone. All right, everyone. Have yourselves a great night. I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye. Bye.